let's move on and welcome on board the management of Ajmera Realty, Mr. Dhaval Ajmera, the director at the company, is joining us to talk to us about that. Dhaval, hi, thanks so much for making time and speaking with us. We understand that you recently bagged some redevelopment projects as well. Talk to us about that. What kind of revenue potential does it hold? What's the revenue accretion timeline?
So, this is, this project we've acquired, it is in Borivali, in a project known as Yogi Nagar, which I'm very proud to say it is like a legacy for us, because this project itself was developed by our ancestors, or my father and my forefathers, 40 years back. And that's when we are again now redeveloping the same. So it is a very proud moment for us. It's about, that entire layout is about 65, 70 buildings, and we've grabbed about 4 societies right now to redevelop, which will have a top line of about 300 plus crores coming in, 350 odd crores coming in from these 4 societies, redevelopment of these 4 societies.
Dhaval, thanks for joining. This is a very interesting point you made, because there are very few companies these days who can talk about legacy, right? Survivors over cycles. Very few of them around on the exchange, because the market throws them out every now and then.
So we are proud that we are 3 generations working together. So first generation's developing, and now second one doing the same.
Yes, I'm aware, and you are the 3rd generation taking it forward. 300 crore is what you said, right? Talk to us about how many quarters would it be spread over, and also this redevelopment versus fresh development. How do you see the mix, pan out over the next say 2 to 3 years at Ajmera for the full company?
So, for us, redevelopments, slum redevelopment or a MADA redevelopment, that is one of the potential, because in Mumbai, 90% of the lands, I would say, is that kind of, projects which we get. And we have our own land banks like at Wadala and other places, which will continue with as a fresh development coming from our own land banks. So if I put as a mixed bag together, I think we will at least it will be a 60-40 ratio or a 70-30 ratio, maybe in some years, and then moving to 60-40, where 70% will be our own land bank and 30% will be redevelopment in these kind, and some moving it further to 60-40 in, probably 1 or 2 years ahead.
Okay, point taken. But talk to me about, what else is lined up? Are you looking at a lot more redevelopment projects, or there's some fresh launches also which are lined up? And what's in the pipeline for the next 12 to 24 months?
So this year, we are planning to launch 4 more projects, which is having about a 1 million square feet of total potential development, with a top line of roughly about 2,100 crores. Which we will be launching in the coming quarters, starting from as early as now till, by the end of this year. And beyond this, we are also looking at a few acquisitions which are just under, finalization. Some society redevelopments are under finalization, and some potential buyouts. So we just finalizing them, and we will announce as soon as it is, signed on a dotted line.
But given this redevelopment that you're taking over and other projects lined up as well, are you sticking to that 1,000 crore sales guidance for FY24, or chances of
absolutely
chances of doing better at all, Dhaval?
So, we want to be conservative and say something which we'll try and overachieve. So that's where we are. We are definitely looking at better numbers and working full-fledged to see that we reach there.
Any debt reduction plan? Are you looking at any land monetization that can help you unlock value?
So, as a corporate goal, we are very clear that we want to, there are 2 kinds of debt sitting in our company. One is a group level debt, and one is project level debt. Well, the project level debts will continue, and which will end within as and how the project completes. As a group level debt, within the next 2 to 3 years, which is about 500 odd crores, which we will hive off in the next 2 to 3 years time. Which will come through some land monetization where we are in active discussions, and also through sale of some existing projects, and the surplus is coming out from our existing projects, which we will dilute or give it over there, which will help us in reduction of this debt.
Dhaval, I wanted to understand from you on how are you going through this entire execution part. Because we are picking up that on the one hand, prices have come back in a small manner, raw material, both steel and all kinds of metal and materials, but it is also wages which are execution is becoming a challenge because of high quality manpower in limited supply, or I would say in high demand. Is that an issue?
So, Ajay, as a company, we are always striving because real estate now is a very, slowly and steadily, my belief is that it is becoming a skill, more and more of a skill development manner. So we are training our people, our employees, our, staff, engineers, and even, workers or supervisors to get the best of the knowledge in terms of their potential development and also use of technology, which is very, very important with the kind of growth, as you're right, that, with the kind of infrastructure growth and real estate growth happening all across India. Obviously, there is a labor shortage, which every one of us faces, but we are mitigating it with either use of technology and also with the use of skilled manpower and skilled technologies, which will help us, construct faster. So far, we've managed, as far as our strategies are concerned, we've managed it well and we are continuing to do so. So I don't think we'll have too much of an issue, but we are constantly endeavoring to get better technologies to make our construction better and faster.
Okay, so looking at reducing debt over the next 2 to 3 years, of course, 1,000 crore guidance being maintained and managing skill and talent is something that remains a focus area. Thank you, Dhaval, for